Then we went into women-led games, which again, another newcomer to the summer showcase. They've been around, but this is the first time they're in the summer lineup. This one, oh my god, so loud. This one was hosted by Liana Ruppert, who's a great game dev that I've been following for a while. Who's just really fun. Brought like a fun little energy to the interstitials in this one. Kind of a goofy vibe all throughout, and that was just a really fun little hosting job there. Yeah, I mean, women-led games. It's similar. A lot of the same notes I would say about Latin American games, where it's just like you get to see diverse voices, diverse faces, diverse kinds of games. Also, I think a thing to shout out here is like, you know, like women-led games, yeah, but like the variety of the kinds of games we were seeing in here. That, you know, it's not just like, oh, you know, like I can already see like some shit heel on Twitter being like, I bet it was just farming sims and, you know, like little girl games, and it's just like, no, there's some sick ass, like, look at this badass like lane based beat 'em up with like very intense like class for each character, like we saw. Just like some really cool games in here. I cannot wait. That's all I gotta say about women-led games. What about you guys?
I echo the sentiment, bud. Lots of good stuff. Again, I liked that this one was a little shorter, you know, pretty focused. I feel like it was not like as produced. Like we just had these sort of intros with this one person. But yeah, it was just a good show all around. Good showings, good games.
Yeah. I mean, I love women.
We love we love women. That's all.
We love women here.
Yeah, even like I feel like we were getting like Liana's personality here. Like I feel like she was like given free reign to like script these and like present these how she wanted, which was really cool. And just look at her room. Like I want to be in there and look at stuff. It's so cool. But
in a non-creepy way.
In a non-creepy way, we love women.
We love women here. No, but I mean, same thing though. It's like representation matters, and you know, a lot of things like you were saying, like some asshole on Twitter about it's all gonna be stupid farm game, kiss boys, blah blah blah. It's like it doesn't matter what gender you identify with or how you think. It's like people just make cool games, and we gotta represent those people.
Yeah, and again, just more platforms for more games that maybe don't get anywhere else. You know, common complaint at Keeley's shows is always like, it's just got a bunch of white guys and blazers on stage, and you know, instead of
the Mexican guy with the blazer.
They did, you know, Keeley did seem to take that feedback in and change that, so I mean, kudos to him a little bit. But like the thing I want to say though is like women-led games, their motto. Let me see if I can find that. I know I wrote it down. Because you know, instead of just like waiting for their seat at the table, they're creating that space. That's we're instead of waiting for the seat at the table, we're creating the spaces that we want to see. So instead of just waiting for Keeley to be like, yeah, I'll put you on stage, it's like, no, we're just gonna make our own thing, and you're gonna put us on the screen, okay? And he's like, okay.
Just buy a bigger table. We can all sit here.
But yeah, so cool to see these two shows, and they're great. I'm excited for future editions of these showcases, and like now outside of the summer ones, because again, they have been doing these showcases outside of summer. I'm tuning, you know, I was just so busy all the time, right? But now it's like, I have to, like, these are so good that I have to now go check in on the rest of these shows. All right, let us do our picks for women-led games. I believe I am starting, as I have all day so far. Makes sense,
Sounds
right?
correct.
What did I even pick?
Imagine.
Oh, I remember.
We love women here.
No, I'm so tired. I went ahead and picked, sometimes I try to like shock you with my pick. Like, oh my God, Nate picked that. Whoa. This one's not going to shock anybody. As I said while we were watching this one, your boy has over 500.
You
Maybe
said 600 earlier.
I don't know. It's
You
a
said
lot.
1,000.
You said 2,500.
Has lots of hours in Microsoft Solitaire, both on my phone and on the computer. And Solitaire is glory. Solitaire
Wildin'.
is a solitaire game where you let me pull up the page again. You are a fortune teller, and so instead of like consulting the tarot deck, you're consulting the solitaire deck, and you're by different styles of play as well. I think it sounds like different styles of solitaire for different people. You are helping commune with them and tell their stories. By the way you play, it'll decide their fate, and this is choices matter kind of driven experience, where through solitaire you are changing these people's lives. And so like anytime you have these, we're seeing it, we talk about it all the time, we love it every time. We've seen like Dungeon Crawler, right, all these other games that like take one idea, solitaire, claw machines, blah blah blah, and then implement it into something else, a different kind of genre, different kind of, so like solitaire plus choices matter. Like I'm in, I'm all in. The trailer that they showed is very short, and I have been following it for a while, but like the art is beautiful. Like I'm so in on Solitaire, and I want to just make sure it gets the shout out. They've had demos in the past, so hopefully, we get to play this sooner rather than later. I love the idea of going to a fortune teller, and they start playing solitaire in front of you to the cards. What are they telling me? Oh shit. Oh
It's
fuck.
like, what are you doing?
Hold on. I need a 2. I need it, hopefully. Yeah, you're gonna die. Like, like it's such a funny. Like, I'm curious. Like, yeah, if you fuck up at solitaire, like, does that hurt their fortune? Does that hurt their future? Like, if you pull off like a really hard draw, like, does that improve their future? It seems like, from what I'm seeing here, after pulling some cards, you got to what they call here a soul card, and then that's filling out this like prophecy card or something, or soul card on the left. Maybe that's the soul card, but it's filling it out, and so like your the vision of their future is getting a lot clearer. And maybe it's just simple as, do you get to tell them the whole story or not, about what they might be into, what might be happening to them, and what their life's going to turn out like. I love blending these like traditional old school kind of vibes and games, and then bringing them into like these modern, visual novel, choice driven experience. Is really cool, and the art, it looks pretty. And Solitaire. Anything from you guys?
I'm happy for you.
Thanks, Nate.
Yeah. Primarily, this
Thanks.
this is a Nate game. You're
This
the
is a Nate.
solitaire guy.
Cat's in there with me too. Okay, don't leave me alone out here.
It
Cat's
does
in.
look really cool. It's really pretty, and obviously
Oh, there's demo.
choices
I'm done.
matter. Love a narrative.
Yeah, there's a demo, so I'll report back.
I think you'll report back, or I'll watch you play it, and it'll be pretty sick.
So
report
I'll
back.
watch you play it, but this is a Nate coded game.
Solitaire, baby.
It's got the juice for Nate.
This is
He's drinking it up.
Mm-hmm.
this is more what is it? Not pyramids, not freestyle,
Spider.
not spider, and not Klondike. I'm forgetting the one that it
There's
is.
a Klondike solitaire.
That's the traditional solitaire. It's called Klondike. I'm gonna.
Can I eat it?
Yeah.
What would you do for a Klondike bar? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna
Nate
try
has to find this
peaks.
out.
Try peaks. and it's about bouncing from number, like in order, number to number, you know. Did I say
totally,
juice?
totally. I know.
Yeah, man.
I
don't
think
even know.
maybe Fish said it's got the juice for Nate.
I mean, it does. You're right. So I'm not gonna leave you hanging there. All right, Fern. Let's go. Let's go to the next one.
Let's roll, baby.
You stole this from me.
You offered it to me very kindly.
You stole this from my paws. No, I. This is just one I think we all were like, wait a second about.
Yeah, so speaking of our conversation earlier on, like, you know, you see a game and you're like already in, and then you see a different part of it. I love that this trailer that we saw just really went ham on one element of this game.
Super exciting.
And it was for me. So I wanted to talk about SunnySide, because I'm just even more hyped for this game after what we just saw. SunnySide is like a farming sim where you're living in like rural Japanese countryside. The farming, you know, looks really great. It looks like there's, you know, all the types of things that you expect from a farming sim, with like building relationships, like homesteading type of stuff, animal care. And then so what they focused on today was the cooking. And you all know I love a cooking game. I'm on fire about this right now. And so they were talking about they were talking about the like the person who designed the cooking elements of SunnySide is like a former chef, and so they really wanted to prioritize you know, like sort of realisticness of the cooking and of the portions, and they went into, you know, these details about how you get the ingredients, which is you can buy them from the store, you can fish,
You grow them yourself.
you can grow your crops, you can collect your animal ingredients. This made me really curious. It almost seemed like it's a little like musical mini game for when you're milking the cow.
I think
Did
it's
anyone else
more.
catch that? Or is it?
I think it's just like,
I don't know. Maybe,
don't mess up.
Yeah, maybe it's just button press, but it like had a little sound along with it. I was like, is it a musical mini game? But anyway, yeah, like it shows. I think it's here some of the stuff.
Look at that.
Yeah, it showed some of the stuff you can make. There was one coming up here that was like a little more complex, and then just the outdoor kitchen. I mean,
Yeah.
like the views while you're cooking too. That's kind of nice. Yeah, this one, the fruit sandwich.
Like 7 different like unique ingredients.
Yeah.
I think, let's see. We're VGG. We do what no other site will do in covering these indies. We do the frame by frame analysis. Okay, got 2 pieces of bread, whipped cream.
Which you have to make the
Yeah,
whipped cream
strawberry,
first.
and what is that? Something
Looks like
else.
fig.
Maybe fig, yeah. And you have to like lay them out like that. It's almost, you know what it's giving? It's giving Minecraft crafting table meets cooking game, right? Like you have to know the different pieces that you need for the thing, put it in. Again, they talked about the importance of portions and how like in so many games it's like you make one thing of rice and then you can make one thing with that rice, right? And it's like, no, that's not how it works. If you make a pot of rice, you can make a bunch of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
and so like
Cooking is
acknowledging that.
but it isn't for everyone.
Yeah. Little sneaky thing down there too. We have like a little peek at a bunch of the machines, seemingly.
Different
I don't
eggs.
even know what all these do, but different kegs or like fermenters maybe.
Dehydrators, fermenters.
It's got a very like
Juicers.
realistic sort of like industrial
Yeah.
kitchen look. That's kind of cool.
I think on the whole, I mean, I'll let you continue, but like on the whole, they talk about wanting to lean into modern technology in a farming sim. Like I think people, you know, tend to be like, oh, I need to go out there with my little bucket. And it's just like, who does that? Right? Like who still does that? Like for like crops, you know, like maybe, yeah, you're watering your plant, your flowers. But like, if you're doing this level of farming, you're not going out there
Picking your berries one by one.
Yeah, like so like I know in the like Steam page they show like hose watering, and you go out there and you're just going out with your hose and spraying everything all at once, you know. And
Yeah, even like on that cooking screen we were looking at, you saw like the recipe was like on your phone. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of your backpack stuff looked like it takes place on your phone.
Or even just a
Vending
snack for
machines. I love the vending machines. They're so
Another hot
cute.
Sebastian, and then Crispy says, "Picking berries and water once satisfying."
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much all I got to say, but I'm just super hyped for this.
Yeah, so this was maybe going to be one of my picks. I was looking around, and like I said, one of the things really interesting is that focus on technology and some of the other stuff. They say there's a realistic economy, so it's not like, 1,000 G for a seed. Like it's gonna be like realistic amounts for buying some certain stuff. Yeah, look here, they're saying hose watering, container and raised bed gardening, sustainable energy generation, drip tape watering systems. Like they're showing, the farming sim fans, okay, this is how like farmers actually are doing it today,
Yeah.
which is really interesting. Like no one's really done that, like, and so that's such a cool concept. Let's see. Yeah, there's a combat system.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Didn't show
about.
any of
Here,
that
let me
here.
let me bring over the Steam page because it shows it kind of in action here. There's a combat system that's like card based, where
Oh, it's
you're
card-based.
working with like a drone trying to teach it about humanity, and so like you go into these missions and you help the drone fight, and yeah, like what the hell, like that's something I did not know was in here at all.
Yeah.
You find romance, of course you find
Of
romance. You hang out with people.
course.
Here's the thing that I was really excited about towards the bottom. Oh, here's before I get into that, explore complicated themes like family trauma, failed relationships, guilt, blame, aging. Like I think cozy and wholesome can be more than just cozy and wholesome, right? Like it can cover these difficult topics and be interesting in a cool way. And so yeah, the last thing on here is towards the bottom of the page. They say, disclaimer: SunnySide is a farm sim with no watering cans, shipping containers, gift-based socializing, mayonnaise machines, or endless walking. They say you can get on that bike. You can, you don't your relationships with people aren't determined by the gifts that you give them. Like that's such a strange thing that like, these games are. Like we always talk about, running over to like romance someone, you're giving them a cake every day, like that's weird. Like no, it's you just hang out.
Your relationships.
Yeah, you go talk to them and you hang out with them and build the relationship that way. And then like we said, some of that stuff like mayo machines, like no one's really using mayo machines. Like you just make it in your kitchen probably, right? Like you don't use your watering can, use your hose. You're not doing a shipping container. You take your stuff to the store and sell it. It's such an interesting take on the farming sim genre. Yeah.
Very excited.
And that's coming very soon. That's like July, right?
I believe so. Let me double
Let's see here. The
check.
trailer's about to end.
Well,
June.
fine. June.
Not even July.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like 5
It's
days from now.
next week. Yeah.
So that's coming very soon. So keep an eye out for that. Fish.
Yes, I am excited because, like Fern, cooking, I like that it's more
Yeah.
realistic. I do, as much as we all love our little farming sims, I agree that no one farms like that anymore. And we need to get with the times. Yeah, and like I knew nothing about this game before today, so being able to see all this and see that they're like, yeah, we're modernizing the farming sim. We're taking it to the next level to what it needs to be right now. Gets me excited because I want to play it now just because I do a lot of cooking in real life, so I'm like being able to take those sorts of like knowledge or that sort of knowledge and apply it to something like this. From like, oh, I know what it takes to make this sort of dish or whatever. And probably being like half right already puts me a step ahead and makes me feel nice about myself. I'm like, oh, I know these things already. I'm a little cooking girly over here. So yeah, I'm excited to play it, and the fact that it's coming out so soon makes me excited.
Hell yeah! All right, Fish. Last game for this.
Yeah, so cooking in the game.
Last game for women led, and then we're on to the future game show. So what do you got?
If you, a lot of the world out there may not know, but I am in this household, the Shazame and I, we are very big fans of brain rot TV. And by that, I mean, we enjoy a Big Brother. We enjoy a Circle. We enjoy a fucking, what's the one that you like? There's like the Marriage at First Sight one. Like we enjoy a RuPaul's Drag Race. Like we live for the drama. So my game for this that is from the women led is the Crush House. I think Nate's already played the demo for this.
No, I want to though.
Okay.
I wrote about it.
Yeah, you wrote about it. To keep an eye on it, basically. So you play as Jay, who has just scored the gig of being a producer on 1999's hottest reality TV show called The Crush House, and you have to basically balance ratings with the characters on the show and the money you make, while also when the camera's cut off, finding out the mystery of what's going on with the crush juice and what's going on with the network itself. So
and that Chorby motherfucker.
Yeah, that Chorby motherfucker. So you will be deciding, the personalities that go on this show. They mentioned that it could be from foodies to divorced dads to butt guys to phrenologists for those who don't know, are like lighthouse experts. So like you basically got to mix and match the people that will create the best ratings for your show, for your season, because it is season based. So you can next season you can have an entirely new cast of people. While also with that, while that's going on, you also have to bring in the ad revenue with the ads you play during the commercials for the show. So you're basically creating this drama on this TV show while also solving this mystery, and it sounds like a super exciting time because I do enjoy this type of show to watch. So now that I can create it, I'm gonna make the filthiest drama-filled TV show that the audience is just gonna just eat up. It's probably be like a Shazame and myself type game. Like, we'll sit down and play it together and argue about, no, Jim should go date, Marsha because, she's already in a relationship with so-and-so, like, and just creating that drama. As well as the underlying thing that, we enjoy in other games is uncovering a mystery. So having that melded together in the same game is going to sounds like a fantastic time. And yeah, I'm excited for this. And do we have August 9th? Yeah. So 2 months from now, and we have a demo now. So I might be hopping in this. Punch that Chorby motherfucker, drink some dog milk.
So one, I caught on to something while watching this trailer that's really interesting. Two, before we do that, this is the follow-up from Nariel. This is the game after the Card Shark, which was based on historical paintings game about being in 19th century France scamming people. And then suddenly the next game is this pastel drenched super gay, super drama filled reality show game. I love video game developers, man. They just do the wildest stuff. You have those guys that stay in their lane and do their one thing, and they do it well. Mm-hmm. But then when you see someone like this, it's just how inspiring, right? To just be able to jump around and do such wildly different things. It's just such a cool just video games, man. But while you were talking, right, and then as the trailer was playing, okay, so it looks like at the end of a season, right, a winner's picked of somehow a winner's.
Oh,
picked.
The success slide.
Yeah, and then they go down the success slide, and then you see that the success slide goes into the ground, and then you see that the success slide goes not only into the ground, but even in your little basement hideaway, you see the success slides going even further into the ground.
Interesting.
And so where are these people going? What's happening to them? The Chorby motherfucker, you better tell us. Because, there's obviously something deeper and darker happening here. and I'm so intrigued by that aspect, and I'm curious, like, is there multiple endings? Can you say, ah, fuck it, I don't care what's going on down there, I'm just gonna keep doing my show, you know? Or, you know, do you like, is it like Portal? You start like going into the rooms you're not supposed to be going into and seeing things you're not supposed to see, and you know, it's just like such an interesting game, and like again, knowing what Nariel pulled off with Card Shark, again, a VGG Game of the Year nominee that year.
And Reigns, honestly, the Reigns series.
Yeah, the Rain series is fantastic as well. Like, I just cannot wait to see what they pull off with this game. You know, I was saying 2024, the year has the juice, because there's a lot of these, you know, from that year specifically, a lot of those developers that were working on stuff then, they have new games now, and so like there's a lot of exciting things being cooked up, and this is clearly one of them.
Eating it up.
Yeah, anything on Crush House?
Not much more than has already been said, but yeah, you know, just same, like I appreciate the range of these devs. Like, they've got the juice. The crush juice.
They've got the juice.
Yeah, super hyped for it. Crispy was saying this would be a fun game to see streamed. I totally agree. That would be
I think this is a perfect, like, you know,
Let Twitch decide.
I like review it, we get on here and stream it, you know, and make some chaotic things happen on stream. If we end up doing a demo stream, I think this would be a fun one to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was Women Games. Shorter show, so there's not as many like highlights to shout out. Like we gotta do, like, just within our spotlights, like we already did 10% of the show. Like, but lots of good stuff in here. Palace on the Hill was here again, so technically VGG showed up in 2 showcases today.
Wow. Albert Wild, gotta shout out Albert Wild.
Just...
that was our first time seeing that one.
I came back being like, I feel the power of the energy drink flowing through me, and I'm confused as to what I'm seeing, but I love it. So cat, I said I have a cat's eyes, so it seems like he's just a guy with a cat's head. He's a detective. I don't know what's happening. He's got this wild voiceover. It says Quantum PI, so it's that, like, we're doing some timey-wimey shit in here. I don't know. Just a weird, look, you're just a guy with a cat head, so it's strange and beautiful. It was almost my pick.
Yeah.
I know. I saw that on there. Just Crow things. Want to shout out real quick. I love a little chaotic Crow boy. I think it was before.
Okay.
Just like 2 days before this.
Yeah, just like that goat sim vibe of just going around being silly, breaking shit, you know, shitting on people, literally. I know it was a really cool thing. They were at the OTK Games Expo, which is run by the streaming network One True King, I think is the name of the network, and the developers had actually like built in the middle of the regular map like the expo center, and so like they were like messing with that, blowing it up. Yeah, like cool game.
Citadelum for all you city builder enjoyers.
Yeah, that looked like a really like old school one. Had a big mommy.
Yeah. Had a big mommy.
Yeah, looks good.
Abyss X Zero.
Widow,
I wanted to shout out. I think a lot of the cozy gamers here are gonna get on Widow. You're gonna see.
It's just a cozy, like, build out a scene, find where the pieces go kind of experience. I feel like Crispy would love this. As the person who builds all the furniture over there, like, just like seeing the piece and going, okay, that goes there, that goes here, that goes there.
This is the type of I just got home from a hellish day at work.
Yeah,
I just need a game.
I just need to put some stuff in the right place because my brain is not in the right place. Yeah, great show. Another short one, like easy to consume.